Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay, great. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. Again, like I mentioned, the reason I'm calling is because we're wanting to speak with survivors of the Cookeville tornado to see how you guys are kind of handling this coronavirus pandemic. And I guess just to start off, how have you been doing since the tornadoes?
Well, we've been doing, considering, what's happened. I've been doing okay. I got my blood pressure went up very, very high, and I've had to go to the emergency room one day because of it. And then I ended up at my doctor's office in a couple of days, but they're trying to get it back down, and they think it's just from the anxiety and stress about what's happened is the reason it went up so high. So, anyways, I haven't been getting out much since all this has come about. My kids fuss on me, every time I get out of the motel room. We're still in the motel.
Right.
And I was worrying that I wasn't going to find a place for temporary housing in Cookeville. There was so many people out scrambling looking for a place to go. When you call about something, I read that yesterday, And so everything had filled up so fast, but finally we found something, and I'm just waiting on the insurance company to approve that rental, and we'll have to gather up some help if we can find somebody to get us, to moving.
So you right now are in a rental?
I'm in a motel room. I'm still in a motel room.
Oh, you're in a motel room. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And just for timeline's sake too, the tornado struck on Election Day, the morning of March 3rd.
Right.
By March 5th, President Trump had already declared a major disaster for the state of Tennessee as a result of those tornadoes. And then by March 13th, he had also declared the coronavirus pandemic a national emergency. So for you, you're moving from one disaster straight into another, right? It's like you lose your home, and then within 10 days you're being told, in essence, don't leave your home.
Right.
What were those 10 days like for you?
Oh, it was. It's been very long, just sitting around, not doing a whole lot of anything. And when you call, try to get something done, somebody didn't show up for work because, you call in and somebody didn't show up for work that you're trying to get a hold of. And it's been a slow process, a very slow process.
Yeah. What kind of support have you been getting, if any? You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. The community has been wonderful here. And so many volunteers. A group called Christ in Action has done a lot of things in this community. And the Billy Graham organization was here, and they've helped out, and so many volunteers. It's just been unbelievable the amount of assistance everybody's been getting.
Yeah. And it wasn't really that long after the tornadoes that people started to advise other folks to really maintain this practice of social distancing, right? For you, trying to, put these pieces of your life together in the aftermath of the tornadoes, have you been able to maintain social distancing? I mean, were you worried about that kind of in the days after? Or, what has your reaction kind of been to those practices, and have you been able to implement them at all?
Well, it's been two shocks, one right after the other. About social distancing, when people aren't getting out. I went to the drugstore this morning and had to pick up a bottle of medicine. And me and one other person was the only person in the store. And, that's very unusual. And there's not that many people out in town in Cookeville today.
Yeah. Have you heard any other, do you know, like, in the motel where you're at right now, are there other folks who have lost their homes as well in the tornadoes? And do you kind of know the reaction that they've had at all to the coronavirus pandemic?
Yes, there's this motel, several people was survivors of the tornado. A lot of them has already moved out. They've already found them an apartment or a house to go to. A lot of people has. already found a place, but everybody's in shock, one more time about all of this. And so it's just going to take that much more time to get back on your feet.
Yeah, because they're both, I just feel like they're both so unexpected. You know what I mean?
Yes, they were,
Can you talk maybe more about that if you feel comfortable? Just emotionally, what that's like? I mean, back to back.
Well, it's just a whole lot of anxiety, and depression and stress. But I'll get to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you with family in your motel as well?
Yes,
or is it
my son.
How's he doing?
He's doing pretty good. He's been like me. He's terribly upset, but he'll pull through.
Yeah. And you had mentioned other folks. Do you mind me asking what motel you're at? You don't have to say. I know that's.
I'm at the Candlewood Suites in
Okay.
Cookville. Mm-hmm.
So for you had mentioned other people kind of being able to apply and get, rental apartments or rental homes, things like that. What would the process be like for you then to have that happen? And do you expect that to happen anytime soon?
Yes. We're going to have a place here very soon. We found a location that we want to go to, and my insurance company just has to give the go-ahead approval, because in my policy they're providing temporary housing for 12 months, and so they've got to approve it. So hopefully they will have the approval into me tomorrow, and that way we can go ahead and sign the lease and start moving.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you too, right after the tornadoes hit, there was definitely that, and you had kind of touched on this earlier, there was that kind of outpour of love from the community despite social distancing. Have you still kind of felt that love? Maybe you're seeing it online, people trying to keep in contact, or do you feel sort of isolated?
Well, right now, a little of both, because a lot of the people, the volunteers, are not out right now doing things like they were because of social distancing. But I believe once this passes, things will go back and things will get better.
Yeah. And I guess moving forward, what are the next steps for you and your son to try and navigate this?
Well, we're going to be moving out of a rent house, and then we've talked to a contractor, and we're going to rebuild our house in that same location.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So same spot then.
Pardon me?
So same
right.
spot as your, yeah.
Yes.
Do you look forward to that?
Yes, I do. I'm looking forward to it very much so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me, Mr. Bean. I really appreciate it. Obviously, I'm really sorry for everything that you're going through right now. But if you if you ever want to reach back out, you can give me a call. And is there anything else you want to add? Anything else that you maybe want to say that we maybe didn't get to talk about today?
That's it, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Like I said, feel free to reach out, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
now.
Bye.